want to think again about Jesus walking on the water and the fact that the disciples were terrified at what they saw. When he got into the boat and the prevailing wind dropped, we're told that they were utterly amazed. And this phrase, because they hadn't understood about the loaves and their hearts were hardened. Let's think a little about that. Who is Jesus Christ? The disciples need to know. Who is Jesus Christ? You and I really need to know. Faith is something which grows, the parable of the mustard seed. And the miracles Jesus is doing and the amazing things that the disciples see in particular, him calming the storm, him walking on the water. And they're seeing things close up, the raising of the dead girl, the healing of the leper, the turning of water into wine. And then the changing of the loaves, the feeding of the 5,000 with those 5 loaves. We're told that as yet they still hadn't understood. They were amazed at what he was doing because they hadn't understood exactly who he is. He's showing them his divinity. They know that he's a man. They believe he's a great teacher. It's not until chapter 8 the penny really drops. You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus walking on the water displays again. It's not showmanship. It's showing his divinity. He comes to them in dire straits, the wind prevailing against them. They're not making any progress. He comes walking on the water, walking above their circumstances, and he comes into their situation, and there's a complete calm. And they're amazed. Their hearts are still hard. They don't fully understand who he is. They will, but they haven't as yet. Do we fully understand who he is? We've trusted him. We are growing, we trust. But why do we still panic? Why are we still overcome? Why do we still struggle? Do we fully trust him? Today, may we have fresh visions of Jesus. May he come to us, as it were, walking on the water of our circumstances and climbing into the vessel of our lives. When we really, really believe and trust and exercise our faith, we can do all things. And yet, it's not I, but it's through Christ who is in me. I am in him. He is in me. In Christ, we are invincible. We are immortal. We are indestructible. Whatever circumstance comes, he comes to us walking on the water. May we exercise faith. May our faith grow and be focused in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me.